Listen, if you're struggling to grow your business, it doesn't really matter what type of business it is. It can be a cleaning business. It can be, a tire shop business. It can be a bookkeeping business, a painting business. It doesn't really matter. There are three things that you're going to always want to do. Now, you can build off of these three things and vary off of them, but you want to be consistent with these three things that I'm going to go over in this video. If this is your first time seeing me, my name is Marcus Crockett. This is Clean Things Solutions, where we take all of the guesswork out of how to start and grow your commercial cleaning business. Listen, I'm going to make this video really quick. I'm going to get to the point. So with all of that said, let's get right into it. Okay, like I said, I'm really not going to delay. I'm going to go ahead and jump into these three things. The first two really don't have an order, but I'm going to save the last one, right? Because this is one of the things that I've always been taught, even before I even decided I was ever going to get into business. This is one of the things that was foundational, and this was something that was pretty like common knowledge, years ago. But I'm going to dive into that because a lot of people don't know it. People still make this mistake. And the only reason why I'm making this video, because I was just out on a really, really big group walkthrough. This is a walkthrough where, you have different companies come in, everyone's going to sit down together and you're going to go over all of the scope of work, and each individual person or each individual company is then going to submit a proposal. Well, this person, right, if they would have watched this video, they wouldn't have made the mistake that they made that eliminated them from the process. But I'm going to save that one for last. But let's jump right into it. Okay, so number three, this is the number three thing. Always deliver on your promises. It's always better to say, hey, listen, I don't know the answer, but I'll find out. Rather than say, yes, we can do that, only to come back and say, no, we couldn't, or to deliver on a product that didn't match the sales script. So for example, if I say, hey, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna paint your entire house for $300, and the customer agrees. The customer says, okay, I'll pay you $300 to paint my whole house. And I call the customer, hey, we're done. I already got paid, I'm gone. The customer shows up and only the front of the house is painted. This is what it looks like to not deliver on your promises. If you're gonna say, hey, this is what we're gonna do, always make sure that you do that. Guys, there's been situations, right? And I'm not gonna drag this out too long. There has been situations where I will give a quote or an estimate on a job that, in my mind, I think we can do this at this price, only to find out that we're not able to do it at that price. I've taken L's that way just so that I'm able to save a relationship, say, okay, I may not make as much money on this deal that I thought I was going to make on, but I'm going to keep that customer near to me. I'm going to let them know, hey, this cost a little bit more than what I thought. We don't need to renegotiate. Let's keep it as it is. And believe it or not, like that shows a lot of character to the person that you're actually doing business with. Okay, number two, maintain your professionalism, especially in service-related businesses, really in all businesses. But since I have a service-related business, always maintain your professionalism, man. Listen, there's going to be people, and they don't really have any real power, because the owners of these companies that we sign contracts with, they know what it is. Like they understand. Owners really, I've never had an owner talk down to any of my staff before. Never. It's always the person who can't really call any shots. They're an employee, right? Someone is cutting their check, they're getting paid. It's always that person, right? Who's always gonna try to bring you out of character. But it's so important for you and your staff, who's ever inside of these accounts, who's ever representing your business, to make sure that they represent your business with the highest level of professionalism and integrity. You don't want to be put in a situation where, you're brought out of character, and now, there's footage of you that's on the internet, or someone's talking crazy with your name or with your logo on their shirt, and now that only makes your business look bad. Listen, there's a saying, like, any visibility is good visibility, or any publicity is good publicity. I don't think so, right? Especially if you just starting off in a service-based business and you're in a small area, that's not always a good thing. People have to trust us to come in and deliver what we say that we're going to deliver on. That means a lot of the time we're getting keys, we're getting alarm codes. We have to go inside of these people's businesses, and we have to be able to deliver, right? That their business is their baby. They have to open their doors and allow us to come in. And if you have signs, or you're showing signs that you're just not professional, that you maybe cannot be trusted, that can really, really hurt your business, guys, especially if you're just getting started. Now, the other thing I want to touch on really quick as it pertains to professionalism, listen, it's not really so much of what you say, because you can always, everyone has bad days, right? You can always, depending on what you say now, everyone, you can always be able to say, I was having a bad day. This is going on in my life. We're dealing with people. This is the people business. A lot of the times people will understand, hey, I have bad days too, right? But it's not always what's said. One of the biggest things that kills a lot of businesses and hurts a lot of people is the things that they don't say. So what do I mean by that? Things that you don't say as it pertains to professionalism. Guys, you got to understand this. We're in 2024, right? Where this is a whole new ball. Everything is online. So you have to be careful about the things that you post online, even the pictures that you post, right? Some of the nonverbal things. Does any picture that you post, even if it's on your personal page, if it's on your personal, Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, are those things a good representation of what you are telling your customers that you're going to bring to them? Is it the best representation of your company, right? So you need to make sure that you're not doing things that are crazy, that are online. You don't want to, and not even so much crazy. Like, one of the things that we have to understand as business owners is we are in business to make money, right? We're for-profit businesses. We're in business to make money. We're in business to help people. But most people, we get into business because we want to make money. We want to live good lives, right? But there's pros and there's cons that come with that. Depending on the type of industry that you're in, depending on what it is that you're doing, you don't have the same freedoms to just post whatever you want to post, right? You don't have those freedoms because people can easily find out who you are, what you do. They know your name. They can look you up. Oh, okay, well, he's doing this. He's with this group of people. He has this in his pictures. I don't know if I want that person in my business. Guys, I'm only telling you this stuff because it's true. I'm telling you this stuff. Like, I've been through it, not personally, right? This hasn't personally happened to me, but I've been through it. I've seen the way it looks. I'm only telling you this so that you don't have to go through and make the same mistake that I've seen countless other people make. If you can avoid that at all costs. Okay, so number one, this is the most important thing, and please pay attention to this, because this can really hurt your business if you're not careful. I literally watched this hurt someone's business. They were taken out of the runnings because they did not follow this one simple rule that was taught to me in my generation from the time I could remember, before we even talked about doing business, before business was even a thing, before I even realized, like, hey, one day I could have a business. This was something that was drilled into us back then. Guys, listen, I know there's a lot of things going on, especially right now. We are in, this presidential race, and all of this stuff is coming up, and there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people have opinions on this and opinions on that. But listen, keep politics out of your service-based business. There are going to be people who have views that you agree with, and there are going to be people who have views that you completely disagree with. We're not there. We're not running for presidential office or for governor. We're running our own campaign. Our campaign is we need to get as many customers and service them to the best of our abilities as possible. Now, those customers are going to come on both sides of the fence, whether they're with Republicans or Democrats, whether they're with this person or with that person. That's none of our concern. That we could talk about, our views on political issues or whatever in the privacy of your own home or amongst people that you trust. When you go out and you're representing your company and you have your badge, you have your logo and your business cards, please, the goal really shouldn't be for you to just be working in your business. The business should be bigger than you. If you want to get it to the point where one day you don't have to do the work, then you need to treat it that way. Keep your identity, your views, and all of those things that don't pertain to making money in your business, keep them completely separate from your business. Okay, so we went and did a walkthrough, right? True story. inside of the interview, this is this guy's own business, right? He does really, really, really well, right? But he has some things inside of his own office that let everyone know exactly where he stood politically. Now, that's his business, right? He doesn't have a service-based business. He sells products, right? So, and this is a really, really big company. He's representing the company that sells these products. So we're there, and one of the other companies that were there, they didn't agree with some of the political stuff that was in this office, and he let it be known. As soon as he let it be known, that person was dismissed from the walkthrough. They're done, which was cool for me. I know better. I know not to go in talking about, you know, political views and this and that and what's going on here and what president and who's. That's not my concern, right? I'm not into politics. I'm into the business that I'm into. Now I do have my own views and what I think, but that's not for me to share when I'm out representing my company. Guys, so that is really the number one thing. Keep your political ideas, ideologies, all of those things, keep them to yourself while you're out representing your company. If you follow these simple 3 things, that can change your business for the better. I promise you. Guys, that is it for today's video. Like I say, in the game of business, spectators only watch, but hustlers get into the game so they can win. I'm always dropping jewels, but the only way to be in position to pick them up is you have to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Marcus Crockett, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.